Come on.
And how's it going, guys? Welcome to the Secrets of Fatherhood vlog, where we dedicate fatherhood to Christ. Today's series will be the Fatherly Advice series. Today I wanted to talk about a story, a couple of things I went through on these past few days, and how I feel it's important that why it is to be on purpose. Why is it important to be on purpose? And I'll be covering this book right here, The On Purpose Person. This book has helped me twice in my life already. Now, the story I wanted to mention first was on Monday is the first, not the first, on Monday was my 5th year anniversary with the company that I'm at. Now, why is that important? It's because before I started working with this company, I went through a lot. I went through a period in my time when I was 23. I almost ended up going to prison, and then after that I ended up homeless. And it took me a while to get back on my feet. It was an experience that was needed on my part, and it's something that I appreciate in a weird way that I went through that. As I've posted before as well, I didn't have a father growing up. He passed away when I was 7. So a lot of the choices in my life, mistakes, have been because I was ignorant in the things that I was doing. And the more mistakes I've made, the more I've learned. However, I remember being homeless, and I was sleeping behind a dumpster, and I had a coworker, a former coworker. He saw me, and he brought me a plate of food. And I can tell you, gentlemen, I will never forget how it felt like to eat those hotcakes that he gave me. It was heartbreaking. No matter how much syrup I put onto those pancakes, I could not taste the artificial sugar on that. All I could taste was the salt in my tears. Literally, not to be dramatic, but that's literally what I tasted. And I said to myself, never again. And so I picked myself up. Slowly but surely I did it. And so I just want this to be an influence to people. When I started posting these videos, I was going through a lot, and I could see it in my videos and the pictures that I was taking too as well. I was not healthy. I'm still not where I want to be in my health, but I can see the difference now in the way that I walk, in the way that I talk, in the way that mentally I'm thinking more straight. We all go through a season in life, gentlemen, where it's harsh. Now, what am I trying to say? Now, it's 5 years, right, that I've been with this company. But before those 5 years, when I was almost going to do prison time, I was put on parole. And so I could not find a job. I could apply anywhere. I applied for high-end jobs, and I mean bank jobs. And I passed all the requisites. I passed everything, all the exams, the tests, everything they gave me. I passed them, right? Because there's exams and tests you're supposed to take if you're going to handle money or even want to work at a finance area. Now, I couldn't get the jobs like that because I had a record, right? And so it was a very excruciating thing to go through because I had to work 2 jobs. And I would work 12, 14 hours a day just to get a basic check. And it was harsh. It was a lot to go through. For like 6 years I went through that. I was 23. Yeah, and at 28 I ended up working at the company I'm working at. Yeah, like 28, 29. That's when I ended up working at the company. But my whole point being is I hustled, guys. I hustled. And that's the reason why I tell you, gentlemen, to hustle, to be on purpose. Because when I was 28, at 28, 29, that's when I discovered this book. And the first time I did, I'll be doing another video on what my vision, my purpose, and my mission statement was at that time. And back then, while I was married and, family and all that, so my priorities were different. So I decided the last week and this week just to dedicate myself to reading this book. And I can tell you, gentlemen, that this book has helped me in so much ways because you're on purpose. You wake up every morning, you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly where you're going to. So I'll give you mine for today. This is mine. All right. This is what I came to a conclusion the last few days after studying this book again. So my purpose is to be a godly father. My vision is to be a seeker of truth. My mission will be accomplished by disciplined new habits. My values come to life when, in my roles as a father, a son, an employee, an entrepreneur. See, do you see how more structured my life sounds? That's being on purpose, gentlemen. And that's exactly what I want you to be, because my anniversary came up and my boss and my team, they congratulated me. And I thought to myself many things like, do I still want to be here? Yes and no. Yes, because I love the atmosphere, the company, and all that. But no, because I know I can make more money. I know my worth. I know I can do better. I'm still not at that peak yet, so I know I can improve. But I know for a fact I want to move on later on in life, maybe 2 years from now. Now, the other thing is, it's just that influence of being a father. You know, my boss is he's married. He has his first kid as well, and his name is John. By coincidence, we're all Johns, even the little ones, all of us. And he said it himself. He's like, I look up to you because you're a great father. And he's like, thanks, man. You know, gentlemen, when you're on purpose, when you're on it, people can tell. People will notice if you're on purpose or if you're not on purpose. And I'm telling you, gentlemen, that becoming a single father at 34 is probably one of the greatest things that ever happened to me, because I realized how blessed I am. And when I said in my last video, I'm the top of the crop, that's what I meant, man. It doesn't mean you can't be. I'm telling you how to be on purpose. I'm telling you so you can be there, man. Some of you guys don't have kids yet. Some of you guys aren't married yet. Some guys haven't experienced being with the women yet. And that's the reason I'm telling you, be on purpose, gentlemen. Because when you're on purpose, believe me, someone will come your way. If that's what you're looking for. If you're not looking for it, the signs will be there, but you don't pay attention to them as much. You know, if they happen organically. It's cool. I don't want to get off a hand, but my point being is be on purpose, because I see some guys struggle. The fact that you're not in a relationship, you're not with someone, and that's okay to be alone. What I'm trying to say is, if your purpose is big, has to be bigger than wanting to be in a relationship. Because if you do get in a relationship, things don't last forever, guys. And if it doesn't last forever, guess what? Your purpose will always be bigger. It will always be there. And that is what helped me last year land on my feet, guys, was being on purpose. If I was not in my career, if I had not gone to school, to college, to trade school, any of that stuff, I would have not ended on my feet. All the stuff in the back right now, this is just the beginning. This is me starting from scratch. Eventually, I'm going to get to that place I want to get at. Eventually, I want to get that town home I want, or that house, or that duplex. I got different plans. Like, I'm going to get there. But to get there, gentlemen, you will struggle. You will go through pain. You will go through suffering. And you need that in your life. It's what makes us men. You want a woman? Guess what, man? Women are looking for the top-notch guy. They're looking for the guy who's going to bring security and provide. But not only that, gentlemen, but who will give a good offspring. And why not choose the top of the crop, gentlemen? She can't choose someone who's not on purpose. She can't choose someone who's not going to bring something to their life. Gentlemen, it seems cutthroat when you get rejected and all that, but it makes sense. It's survival of the fittest, gentlemen. And that's why the reason I'm telling you, be on purpose, gentlemen. Not because you're trying to attract a woman, but be on purpose. Because if you're on purpose, even if you do end up having kids, etc., that's great, you're blessed. But if you don't, some men are not destined to have children. And I don't want you to get bitter and angry and go old and believe the myth of the lonely man. Do not believe that myth. There's no such thing as the myth of the lonely man. If you end up single, gentlemen, that's okay. But you can do something with your life. Get on purpose. All right, guys. I hope if you guys want to see it again, it's called the On Purpose book. Check it out. See you guys later.